The barbarians are at the gates of Rome, and only one defending army will be taking on 4 attacking armies. Here we are once again, a pro versus noob scenario on Total War Attila, made by Tharshey, and he has described this one as the best one yet. So Tharshey is the lone pro leading the Eastern Roman Empire, using the intricate streets of Rome to try to give him a defensive advantage against such a huge disadvantage. Tharshey is also a YouTuber, so please check out his channel, linked down in the video description. On the attack, we have the 4-player noob team, which are going all desert factions. We've got Lando leading the Sassanid Empire, Devilish leading the Garamantians. We have a King of Old leading the Lochmids, and finally we have Baron von Belgium leading the Tanokids. So here are the rules for the attackers: 2 pikes per player, 1 skirmisher per player, no artillery, chevrons allowed. For our lone pro, the defender, he's allowed 2 pikes max, 4 skirmishers max, 1 arty total, but it cannot be wall artillery. Deployables allowed, chevrons allowed. So Knights of Apollo, this is the time to sit somewhere comfortable, get some snacks and drinks, and enjoy the battle. But before we jump in, I do have a letter here that I want to share with you guys. It's actually from the Vatican. It's from Pope Leo himself, totally legit. Dear Pixelated Apollo, if you reach 1 million subscribers, I will call a crusade on Jerusalem. Pope Leo the 14th. So as you can tell, guys, this is totally legit. This is a real letter. This was not made in paint, okay? This arrived in my mailbox, and wow, okay, just saying, we could be taking back Jerusalem right now, but you guys playing and you're not hitting the subscribe button. So please hit the subscribe button, please. So the siege of Rome is underway. The towers are moving forward. The countless troops are ready to attack. I wanted to take the time and show the pros' positioning here, Tharshey's positioning, Eastern Rome. He has fallen back all the way towards the main hub, the main center, the victory point of Rome. And the reason for that is because, well, he's greatly outnumbered. So there's no way he would not have enough manpower to man the walls, to defend all the countless different streets that are flanking and going different directions that the attackers could potentially use to get behind his defensive position. So he has fallen back over to the heart of the city, and he's going to rely on less streets. He's set up some traps, so to speak. He's got some crossbows over here. He's got some pikes with some, look at this. Look how cool this is with the Colosseum in the background too. Look how awesome this formation is. You get the barricade. This is just, that goes, it's pretty hard. It goes pretty hard. But yeah, he's got the artillery supporting that. So clearly he's set up some kill zones here. This is the streets that will turn red, essentially, because he's going to use them as, well, like I said, kill zones. So, oh, look at this. This is awesome. The little chariot racing arena. This is so cool. You don't get to see Rome too often as a settlement because it's so freaking massive. I mean, it's almost like too big for competitive multiplayer. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna see some kill zones here, some strategic positioning, and what I'm gonna do, because there's nothing defending the initial walls of Rome, I'm going to just edit ahead and get to where the defenders are about to clash with the attackers. All right, the attackers have made it pretty far into the city. They're getting very close to the defending troops. Pretty soon, we're going to see a clash of swords. But I just wanted to point this out really quick. As the rest of the attacking forces make their way into the city, they have lost almost 450 men attacking unmanned walls. And the reason for that is because, obviously, the arrow towers, they're shooting fire arrows. But that right there, when they crumble, they do damage. And they can kill your troops if you're too close to them. And also, I think they ran some troops through the gate, which had some oil in it. So they lost troops to the hot water, the oil, or whatever. And then, look at, see all these troops here? A combination of, I think, Actually, this could just be fire ammo, like the arrows, but it could be also because it crumbled down and hit them. So yeah, they've lost not a huge amount, but still a decent amount. And here we go. Now we've got, I think this is going to be our first clash, and crossbows already opening fire on these men. I don't know if he intentionally... Oh! Yeah, so I don't know if he should use crossbow fire. This is going to be devastating, guys. Absolutely devastating. Look at this uphill charge they're going to have to do. The crossbows over here, they already have 88 kills. That was a matter of seconds. Those guys showed up in less than a minute. They cut them down to 88 kills. That's crazy. And of course, you had the crossfire from these swordsmen. Eastern Armored Legion getting a couple kills as well. So I love this positioning here under this like archway, this walkway. It looks really cool. Rome is definitely a very cool city. It looks really nice. It's going to be a lot of fun to see them go at it. So now we've got troops going on the far flank here from the attackers. They're taking control of strategic positioning, capture points. This helps like with morale and stuff. So smart on them to do that from the noobs. They're also going to push pretty wide, and you can go, I think this is the widest you can go over here, actually. These slums here kind of prevents you from pushing through. I mean, makes sense. You got to have some sort of limits here. This is all just cosmetic of the city. You can't even walk into here. It's just to make it look more epic and majestic and just glorious. But yeah, they're going to push this street, this center position street, and then over here there's also a pathway to attack. You can see that Tharshey, he's not dedicating a lot of troops over here. He's got one unit of Legion with no archer support, but he did use deployables. This is his trademark strategy here of putting an endless amount of stakes, which makes it very difficult. It's almost like a wall, and it's penetrable, but it's very difficult. And you can't like take it out quickly. So it's a smart play here. I look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So cool. But yeah, he's got troops just waiting in reserve. A lot of these big axemen that have really good charge bonuses and whatnot. But right now it seems that the attackers are just kind of settling up. Oh, you can go in here. I forgot you can go into this arena. That is so cool. That is so cool. So you could have some fun arena battles in here. A little, I don't know, unit versus unit battles and stuff. But you can travel through there to cut the corner. See, I wish they had more stuff like this in Total War. You know, made like areas that look like you can't really go in, be able to go in. Even in like Napoleon, how you could kind of zoom in buildings and they would be fighting in the building. That'd be kind of cool. I get why they don't have it. It'd be a bit much, but still, nonetheless, this is so cool that they can run through. And now you got civilians just kind of lollygagging around. What are you doing? Get out of there! The enemy is here. Well, they run into the building. See, that's cool. I like that. Civilians running into the building so they can't. And they like, I don't know. That's pretty awesome. It'd be even pretty cool if they're like throwing rocks and pots and stuff from the window. Maybe it doesn't do any damage, but it's more of a cosmetic thing, like a visual thing. That would be pretty cool too. Like little details like that would really make this feel lifelike. Anyways, they're pushing on the far side. You can see he is dedicating a lot. They're going to go for it, which I think is smart. You're going to cause Tharshey, the pro, to spread out his troops. You got artillery back here kind of looking both ways, looking this way and this way. So they do have artillery in a position that could help out this area if need be. But oh, here we go. We've got infantry moving forward. Notice that the crossbows are not opening fire. They are holding their fire because they want to make sure they use their ammo on targets that are worth it. You want to go for high threat risk targets that can do a lot of damage in close combat, and if you kill them from afar, obviously they're not going to be as big of a threat up close when you're exchanging swords and you know, fighting up close. So here comes a little bit of a charge. There we go. So they are engaging. Let's see, is he going to use the crossbows on the backs? They're levy, probably not. But I kind of like what they're doing here. They've got the unit kind of keeping the defenders honest, just watching them. And the crossbows are going. And are they using fire ammo? Why is everything catching on fire? No, they're not. I don't know why the trees are catching on fire. That is bizarre. And they are exhausting their ammo on this levy. I don't know if it's worth it, but again, you want to inflict as many casualties as possible because it could hurt the morale of... There they go. Now they're charging in. So I guess they gave them a couple volleys there just to say hello and keep them, you know, thin their numbers a little bit. But now we've got medium melee infantry. They've been fighting here, trying to get through this really cool overhang. And now we've got charging going in by the glorious axes of Eastern Rome, one of their best units, because they inflict so much damage. You got to be careful with them. Obviously, you don't want them to get hit by archer fire. Oh. So you got a couple of them sneaking around. This is like Bannerlord when I sneak around in a big battle, get behind a unit. Oh, and that's usually what happens in Bannerlord too. Oh, man. They dealt with those axes. Levy getting 2 kills there on a very professional unit of axes. That's pretty surprising there. But they're pretty much done. Now, over on this side, hold up. Did he just charge? Oh, no. What a blunder. He's just charged his camels into these stakes. Oh, no. And now infantry's going to follow up. I don't know. Was that a sacrificial charge to try to destroy the stakes? It might have been. It might have been, and that's actually a pretty clever play right there, because it did take out a whole row of stakes, and now it's a bit easier to get to the enemy infantry. So that was, I don't know, either that was really dumb or really genius. I am too dumb to figure it out myself. So you guys decide. But a nice little stand here by the Eastern Armored Legion. The artillery is not firing yet. The crossbows, let's see how many kills they have now. They've got a total of 200. They are taking casualties though. So we've got, oh yeah, we've got attacking noob archers. Royal Persian archers, very good archers, harassing the crossbows. Oh! Oh! Where is that? Rome is answering back, though. He's got some bows. So, yeah, he's got some medium bow infantry near the capital, the center building, and he's firing over the buildings and keeping them in check. And it's one of those things where, is it worth to use your ammo on the crossbows? It certainly has caused them to fall back. So you're kind of zoning them out, but is it worth it? It's tough to tell. And here we go. Now we got fighting going on this side. We've got a clash of, these are Sanais. I don't know how to pronounce it. But they're taking on the Eastern Armored Legion, even kind of pushing through their lines. They might have to charge in these guards, which have already charged in and has 200 kills. Wow, this battle is everywhere. At every choke point they are fighting. This is really good for the noobs. They're not just focusing in on one spot. They are going all in at all flanks and trying to overwhelm. Let's see, the crossbows over here have 564 kills. They have been hard at work over here, and they still have ammo. That's impressive. But they're just hitting the back of this infantry. And notice how Tharshey does this. Let me do some slow motion here really quick, because there's a lot going on in a short amount of time. Notice how Tharshey does this. What he does is that he sets up a barricade. He has a very impenetrable infantry in front of it to make it survive a little bit longer, right? And then he sets up a flank unit. So a unit that's going to be on the side, that what's going to happen is the attackers will attack the flank unit because, one, it's an easier target. There's no crossbows, there's no barricade, there's less troops, there's not pikemen. But even if Tharshey loses these troops, they're going to get a lot of kills, which we can see the guards here have 238 kills. But at the same time, their backs are completely exposed to the crossbow fire. So they gain a very pivotal, very crucial flank that's going to help them. Look at this, almost 800 kills. They finish with almost 800 kills. And that's another thing, guys. The barricade provides faster reloading, so they can really just dump their ammo into the enemy forces. So really good stuff right there. And I think this flank is going to fall. What you could have done, what the noobs could have done here, is have a unit face the crossbows, like a big shielded unit, kind of face the crossbows and protect the flank of the infantry. You're still going to lose a lot of men, but maybe not as many. Let's go back to normal speed, because over here things are getting wild. This is awesome. This is such a cool battle over here. I love this. Just this fight under this overhang, this little path walkway that it just, I don't know, it just looks really cool. I wish I could go under it so I could really see. Man, look at this. Just holding, again, what is this? This is a flank. Now, can they travel through here? No, they can't. They can't travel through here to get behind them. So again, same strategy here, guys. Providing a flanking defensive unit. So the side, oh, now we got artillery coming in. Let's go. But yeah, providing a flanking unit to open up the flank, the shield side of the attackers here. And the attackers are trying to break through this, but they're not going to get through this. These pikes, which already have, let's see, they already have 111 kills. So now after a couple minutes, it's getting closer in terms of numbers, but still heavily outnumbered. The defenders at 2,500, the attackers at 9,100. And so they still have plenty of troops, and I'm sure they're preserving their elite units for the very end of this battle. Eastern Roman Legion, this is just dead in the water right here. This is not going to go anywhere. So this is a good sign for the defenders. They're not making much progress, not as much progress as they're making over on this side, which this barricade looks like it potentially could fall here. They are close to destroying. They've surrounded. Look at this epic last stand here of these big axes, completely surrounded, and yet they're still getting kills, getting almost 400 kills here. Let's see if they can pull it off. They're only 12, 11, 10 kills away, but I'm sure they're on the verge of breaking. But these men are so disciplined, so skilled, and fearless. So they will go out with a bang. And yep, 400 kills right there. In fact, they break the flanking units. Unreal. They're down to 20 men, and they brought, no way. Now they are going to start to break here and add 15 to 16 more kills to their total kill count. That is crazy. They break the entire force. Unreal. So I like the fact that the noobs have moved up some slingers here. The Armenian slingers, they're going to, you got to use skirmishers to deal with these pikes. I know they have some shielded units kind of protecting them, but still, you got to try here. You have to try. So they're going to try to sit back and fling at them. We've got 30 minutes left in the battle replay. You can see that there's still going to be a ton of fighting here. And consider this, guys. Consider this. The flanking defending side on this front lasted so long. These troops over here lasted so long. Look how many they brought down. Look how many soldiers they brought down with them. Take note of that. There's more defenders over here, and it's a better defensive position. So they certainly are going to have a tough time bringing down these 4 units. 2 axes, 2 swordsmen. And look at them doing shield wall. That looks so cool. And you got the axes constantly cycle charging in, getting quick kills, and then getting out of there. Using them, using their strength, you know, their charge bonus that they have. They've actually made a little bit better ground, the attackers that is, on this side, but it's still well defended by these legion. And then over on this side, the crossbows are back in position. Is this the same crossbow unit? It is. Do they still have ammo? They do not. So they end up with 775 kills. 1 unit. Whew. Wow. 1 unit getting like 8%. Okay, I'm doing quick math here, but one unit getting like 8% of the entire army, maybe more like 6% of the entire. That's insane. That is insane. So Eastern Roman Legion, now they're having a little bit more of a challenge. Same strategy over here. They're using the Legion to hold the front line and using the axe unit, the guards, to charge in, get some easy kills, and get out of there. Again, that is what they're skilled to do. They're a shock troop. Charge in, get out. You know, charge in, get some kills, get out, and do it again. Over and over and over. The artillery is amazingly going up this. This would be quite the feat. This would be quite the workout, getting these large war machines up these stairs, but they've used only a couple shots and have 178 kills. It's impressive. That's what you have to do to win these pros versus noobs scenarios. You have to be efficient and use every unit to their fullest potential. And now we got some friendly fire coming in. Oh no. Yeah, you got friendly fire coming in from the Sassanid Empire, getting some kills, but mostly killing their own men. And now we've got a big push over for the pikes. I think, again, they need to get slingers over here, and they also need to use projectile ammo. So any unit that has throwables, they need to get up here and just throw. There we go. Here comes a clash. This is amazing. Oh, they're going to get... You're kind of wasting troops here. You got to use every skirmish ability that you have. Archers, again, throwables from the infantry. And Rome over here is making these troops pay. They're making them pay. Oh, now we got... Guys, let's sit back and enjoy this. They've got fresh crossbows. Look how cool this looks. With the just the beautiful city of Rome in the background. We got crossbows that are about to unload on the distant troops. Look at the officer. He's like, ready, fire. Oh, he's using fire ammo because he's going after the cav. Fire ammo has a bigger bonus against cav. Interesting that he's going for cav. I think he's afraid of the charging. The potential charging, the shock ability of this cav. But they're really not getting much done there. And now they've gone back to standard shot. They have how many kills? 100, almost 200 kills. And they are turning these enemy units into Swiss cheese. 200. 200 now. Look at them go. Look at them go. Just firing at the flank of these warriors. Got these warriors over here, so really good stuff right there. Oh, these guys are getting hit too. There we go. These desert legionary defectors. So they've used about a quarter of their ammo. They end up with 245 kills. They're now holding their ammo because there's not a big juicy target to go for. They're gonna let the infantry do the work, do the rest. Over on this side, the barricade is being completely attacked. And these pikemen have almost 600 kills. You really got to concentrate your archer fire on these pikemen. You have to. Or use counter pikemen. Because they do have pikemen. If I'm not mistaken, yes, they have pikemen. So you got to use counter pikemen to deal with the defending pikemen if the archers aren't getting the job done. Let's go back over to this side and see how this is playing out. Oh yeah, they have... Surprisingly, I'm kind of shocked how quickly they got through these stakes. Again, it could have been the camel charge, the sacrificial camel charge that kind of took out the stakes and really made it easier for them to get through. But the Eastern Armored Legion holding the line. Holding the line. And, oh, one of the, okay, so one of the artillery pieces were actually destroyed. It must have been from the archer fire. So he must have gotten it with archer fire, and that's probably why he moved it up here. Can these things fire from up here? Because now would be a good time to drop some bombs on this big clump of forces here. Let's see if he does it, but right now, I don't think he has. Nope, he has not. He's still at 178 kills. We'll see what he does with it. Hopefully we get some juicy artillery going here. Now we've got some reinforcements coming in, some guards to try to get some nice quick kills and support the infantry. This is definitely a concern for the defenders. This is a concern for Tharshey. We'll see what happens. Oh, the crossbows. They have fallen back. They must have been focused down by, yes, the attackers' archers. So he's fallen them back to give them a break there. We've got a general in the fight. I don't know why the general's already fighting here, but that's a win for the defenders. All right, guys. Try not to move the camera around too much, but it's just kind of awkward around this this structure. But yeah, they are fighting a good, hard fight. And now we are at 2,000, pretty much, for the defenders and 5,700 for the attackers. So the defenders are certainly starting to chip away at the number advantage. The only thing here, guys, to consider is let's not forget the reason he's closing in so quickly is because of the crossbows and because of the artillery. Once he runs out of ammo, it becomes a meat grinder. It becomes a infantry versus infantry battle, and that is where things get challenging for the defender, for the pro. And that's oh yeah, nice job here. What is he? Somebody's throwing. Who's? Okay, here comes the crossbows. Yes. Yes. Uh-oh, fire is spreading in the city. That's the other thing they should try to do is try to burn some buildings, weaken the morale. So, oh, this guy just took one in the shoulder and he's like, whatever. This guy, not so much though. Unfortunately, yeah. So, yeah, they're not open firing yet. Let's see what they go for though. I think they're just kind of waiting for an ideal target. Okay, we'll head back to this one because I do enjoy watching the crossbows go, but I know they're going to go when I'm not watching. Over here, they have not broken through this defense. They got to get pikemen over here. This looks really good for the defender, Tharshey. This looks very concerning over here. This is the biggest concern. And the artillery is now in position and now launching some bombs. Let's see. They keep going. I got to watch this. Okay, let's hold on. Let's see if the crossbows are opening fire yet. No, they are not. All right, so let's head back over to the artillery because I got to enjoy this. I got to enjoy this. Come on. Come on. Are they really going to hold fire now? It's like every unit we're watching, they're like, oh, he's watching. Hold fire. We don't want to make this exciting for him. Let's hold fire. Let's launch these shots when he's busy looking elsewhere. Okay, so he is holding his fire. I guess he wants... I mean, this is a pretty juicy target. I mean, that's a lot of troops in one area. I definitely think he can get that done. Let's head back here. Oh, wow. Look at this. The defenders have pushed out from under the archway here. It's not an archway, but the overhang pass. And I think they're going to go for a mass break. I think they're going to try to surprise these units and cause them to break. The attackers need to send in reinforcements. This is oh, here we go. Some cabs coming in. This is going to be a perfect opportunity to, yep, that's exactly, and that is a huge risk for him to sally out like that. So we'll see how that plays out. He has fallen back his crossbows. Oh, whoa! A unit has broken through, but a unit of crossbows who've used up all their ammo is going to go in and plug the gap. Where is... Okay, there's his crossbows. It's like, where did he put his crossbows? They're chilling behind over here. This, like, Beverly Hills looking... Look at this. Look at this. Augustin. This is cool. Oh, that looks awesome. Fight for it, Augustin. He looks down upon us today. But now he's got his crossbows. He's got it. The fact that this unit is constantly under threat from the attackers' archers, you'd think that, okay, good. I was going to say, you think he's going to start opening fire here. Here he goes. Here he goes. He also needs to save his infantry out there. Oh, this is a nasty combo. And I'm just going to leave it like this. And you can watch the kill count go up. He's almost at 300 kills. It's a little messy out there. But they are cleaning up these attacking troops. So he has completely gained control of this courtyard. Now he can flank behind the infantry that's attacking the pikes. Which, by the way, guys, these pikes have almost 700 kills. That's why I'm saying, like, don't waste your ammo on the crossbows. The crossbows are going to get a ton of kills. There's nothing you can do about it. There's a couple things you can do about it, right? To try to negate it. But you got to focus on the crossbows because there's sitting ducks out there and they can't reach you from afar. So if you just, use the bows to let loose some arrows on them, you can definitely weaken them. And there we go. He's broken this unit. Now he's just going. Now he's charging the gate, the street here. Look at him go. Look at this fight. All right, let's zoom out. Let's get a bigger picture of the fight over here. This side, okay, they are sending reinforcements. Excellent. I'm glad that the noobs did not give up on this position because you gotta, basically, if he gave up on this position, he could retreat these troops. There's a barricade behind him, though, but I think you can destroy your own barricade. But yeah, they're gonna go in and keep these guys honest and try to get them off the battlefield. All right, let's see. Is the artillery firing? No. They're still not firing. They're really preserving that ammo. Remember, guys, like I said, as soon as he's out of ammo with the artillery, with the crossbows, it gets dangerous for the defenders. He doesn't have a mass casualty type of unit that can create a big break. So he's going to hold on to this ammo and most likely save it for the more elite troops that the noobs most likely are holding back. So yeah, they are sitting back here. I mean, they've got... sorry, my nose is starting to run here a little bit, but I think they've got some elite troops at the end here. They've got pikemen closing in. This is definitely going to open this up. These pikemen should deal with these axes.
Hey, come on! Keep fighting!
So there they go. And the axes are already breaking as is. 742 kills. This one has 400, almost 500 kills. Maybe they'll get 700 at the end of the day. I don't know. They're about to be greatly overwhelmed. And things are looking pretty good. Now let's look at the manpower. So the man count, 1,300 against 3,600. They are hanging on for dear life. Look at this flanking position of these guards. That is using your noodle. Your noggin. Do the noodle dance. He's doing the noodle dance. You guys know the noodle dance? I forgot the name of the show. Anyways, he's charging his guard. He's going to get a great flanking charge. Look at the officer just pushing his way in. The standard bearer. He's got the standard, shoving it in the face of the enemy like, you see this? This is Christ. Oh, and there goes the standard. And now they're going to keep charging in. And nice. Smart play. I love the charging. That is excellent work with these axes. Artillery still holding fire. And the axes over here still fighting. Unbelievable. This unit is so strong. They're going to probably get 600 kills. I can't imagine they're going to last much longer against the pikemen. We'll see, though. You never know. But good news for the noobs is that they have broken through this defense here. They just have to fight their way through this, oh, he still has crossbow ammo? Oh, that's right. He's been nice. Very smart conserving that ammo. But he just has to break through this. He's got to break through this. Do we have pikemen? Yes. This is what he needs to do right here. Excellent. I love this statue over here. This pretty cool. Like Athena or something. I guess Athena is more of a Greek goddess. But whatever. I mean, I'm sure Rome has their equivalent. But they're Christian. I mean, Rome's Christian at this point. So, anyways, just old statues of an ancient past. Here we go. Now the artillery is being let loose. Hell let loose. Good game. But yeah, they are releasing this artillery. 350 kills. Oh! It's a dangerous strategy. It's a very dangerous strategy because he has such few troops. He cannot afford to lose anybody from friendly fire. Now the attackers are flanking behind with these Kushite Shotel warriors. Oh, the artillery is now going for the back lines, landing some juicy hits on this attacking army. And these guys are going to try to flank these axes, but they're not going to do a ton here. They need... Oh, nice job. Nice job. Oh, these axes need it. He must be microing elsewhere. Tharshey must be microing elsewhere. This is a big blunder on Tharshey's part. Remember, guys, as the pro, you have to play flawlessly to win these battles. And right now, he's making a mistake. Is it a big enough mistake to completely ruin it for him? No, he can still obviously win this battle, but that's a loss, a big loss right there. The unit, I mean, they're still going to get a lot of kills, but that's a big loss. The artillery holding fire. Now it looks like they're moving the artillery. We'll see. He's got a fresh unit of guard over here. He's got archers who still have ammo. The crossbows have not fired. They were getting hit hard by what appears to be archers, so he's fallen them back. And yeah, so now there's a little bit, the dust is kind of settling over here. The fighting has stopped for now. Unfortunately, for the noobs, they were not capable of using their pikes. I just think the pikes aren't as good. These pikemen are like, they barely lost anybody. Look at the KD. The KD of this unit. They've lost less than 30 men, 26 men, and they've killed 772. If they were playing Call of Duty, that would be insane. Okay, that would be an insane Call of Duty KD. And when I say Call of Duty, I'm talking about the good ones, all right? Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty, you know, Modern Warfare. Anyways, let's get back into this one. So what are they going to do? I mean, what are they going to do about these pikemen? This pike unit has definitely taken more casualties, and I think it's because of archer fire. I could be mistaken, though. The crossbows are severely weakened. At this point, you might want to just use the ammo because they're at risk of breaking with having ammo left over, and you certainly don't want that. Okay, the archers used up their ammo. That's why they're up there. We got the Royal Persian archers. This would be a good time to get revenge on these archers for the crossbows, and they certainly are. Oh, wait, no, they're firing over them. They're not going with the motion. They're going for strategy. They're taking these more dangerous units out in the back here. But, you know, the Royal Persian archers, I can imagine, are pretty good in close combat. But, yeah, the crossbows are just chewing up the units in the back here. They're going to probably... Yep, there they go. Look at them drop. So, they are almost out of ammo. This is probably going to be the crossbow that gets the least amount of kills. The other two units of crossbows got... Oh, baby. We got artillery firing. Oh, he needs to fire the artillery. He must. He's running out of troops. Yes! Yes! Look at this. Boom. Okay. That was not the cleanest of shots. It mostly killed the enemy, but it was dangerously close. So he might want to... If he has the time, he might want to manually control these shots. All right, now he's going for the flanking unit. Smart. Very smart. Nice. Yeah, these guys, oh, they're getting some flanks. Well, they're not. Oh, man. The city of Rome turning to a city of blood. And they're going to charge the flank unit. They're more afraid of them. Nice. Wow, he dealt that. He's dealing with the situation pretty well. Tharshey using the artillery to keep one unit pulverized and the other unit charging in and dealing with the flanking units. So using these guards. These guards, though, are going to break. Yeah, and they need reinforcements. Is that it? Oh, no. They don't have reinforcements. Okay, he's going to retreat his crossbows over there, but there's nothing protecting the artillery. But the artillery has used most of its ammo. You cannot lose this artillery with ammo left over. If he does that, this might be a win for the noobs. And the city's burning back there. Please tell me he's going to use his general. Okay, good. You cannot lose this unit. Oh, wow. Why is he holding back? I would desperately be charging. I don't care if I'd lose the unit. You got to charge the artillery. Oh, no. Okay, now he's charging. And look at this. He turned his back. And now the general has joined the fight. Things are getting desperate for Tharshey. Bounce of power still not looking good. Oh. He's desperately firing the artillery. He has to just get these shots off because it's better for him to try to use the artillery than lose the unit with ammo left over. He's outnumbered pretty much 2-1, a little bit more than 2-1, and now he's just throwing in whatever he's got. He's got archers who used up their ammo. They're going in. The general, nice. They're holding him back. Good little impromptu defense there with the units he has left over. And now he's got units going after Cav. Does he not realize this Cav unit's getting closed in on? Wow. This would be a big blunder on the noob. Okay, good. But he can take this back. So yeah, he's moved up his infantry here because he had the barricade behind him. That's the risk. Oh, wow. He charged in. He did some pretty good damage there too, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough, and the cav is going to break. The pikes. Oh no! Nice job by the Persian Sassanid Empire. That's big. That's big. Let's go back over here. This is critical. This is oh yeah. Yep, the artillery trying. It's just not landing any good hits. Oh, a nice flank there. I mean, it's hard to imagine that Tharshey's going to come out on top here. The artillery, try to get 1,000 kills. How many more? They've got a couple more shots. They could easily get 1,000 kills here. The general trying to take care of this cav here. They should take care of him. We'll see. General is starting to get wounded here. We got to get more artillery coming in. There it is. Boom! Nice! Got to break them. Archers opening fire. They still have a lot of ammo. Okay, they're breaking. Yes, the artillery. Nice. Got this poor cav. You see that cav unit? The horse just kind of slid across the battlefield. Anyways, that was cool. Yeah. Big breaks right there. That's what the artillery can do. General fighting by this blazing fire, trying to defend his home against these barbarians. Very beautiful. Very nice. And a lot of archer fire coming down on this cav. And yeah, they're mass break over here. Mass break. Cav just sitting there because he can't really do much about these pikes, but he's keeping them at bay. This is mostly, they've pretty much given up. This is it. They're all going in on this side. I guess there's no way that they can break their own barricade to get those extra troops over here. Zonager has 811 kills. How much more ammo? Let's see. I think they've got one or two more shots in them. The general desperately fighting. Let's see. Let's look at the kills here. 400 against 1,100. Oh, man. Can they pull this off? This would be amazing if they pulled this off. He's done stuff like this before. Tharshey, if you've seen the previous pros versus noobs, he's done things like this before, but I'm starting to doubt. And maybe that will bite me in the butt at the end of the video. We'll see. I think he's got to risk it. I think he's got to just do some risky shots here to try to mass break this cluster. I don't know. Maybe not. This Cav. All he has is an archer unit in the general holding back a horde. Oh, yes! Oh no, the general has fallen. He falls. I don't know if that was the artillery hit that did that. Dang it. I think that might be game. There's barely enough troops holding the street. The general, and yeah, he's just going in because I think that might have been the last shot. I could be wrong. But he had to risk the friendly fire. He had to. Any more shots? They've got 884 kills. It looks like they're loaded for a shot. Let's see if they get it. I don't know. I think they're done. Oh, there's the last one. Pretty good one, but not enough. And they end up with 905 kills, and they're going to be cut down. And I think, guys, that is going to be the battle. I really do. I don't think they have enough to defend. And we'll see. I mean, there's really not much to see, but where's the victory point? It's up here. So yeah, they're just gonna, this is the last unit standing in their way, an onager unit. Let's see if they get any kills. I doubt it, but yeah, they didn't. So yeah, they're gonna push through and capture the victory point. And there is nothing that these defenders can do. Look at, now they're celebrating in the arena. How dare they? It was close, though. It was very close. I mean, there's not much more Tharshey could have done. You know, like, I think that he made, the biggest mistake was over here. And the fact that he wasn't microing. It's such a small mistake, but when you unnecessarily lose troops, even just 10 men, it could be life or death in these pro versus noob scenarios because he's at such a huge disadvantage. But this was a lot of fun. This was really exciting. Cool to see his strategies here. But I also want to note that the noobs that he's been taking on have, well, they've been playing a lot. So I feel like they're starting to get out of the noob stage of their gaming career in terms of Total War Attila. So these players, of course, were not as good as Tharshey, but they're certainly getting better. And they have overcame. They have conquered in this 1 versus 4, 3,000 versus 12,000 troop battle. A valiant defeat. Valiant indeed. Let's go ahead and end the results and look at the outcome of this. So please count up, if you have the time, count up the kills and let me know in the comments. But he did a great job. I mean, the only thing I see here, this unit got 73 kills. He could have gotten more, like his allies here, or his fellow comrades. But yeah, maybe it would have been better to just bring a 4th crossbow instead of these archers. They only got 153. These guys racking up tons and tons of kills. I thought one got more. I thought 2 of them Okay, 500, 900, 400. That's pretty good. 900 with the artillery. So yeah, I think getting maybe another crossbow would have been better. But we got Baron von Belgium. He, you know, did his thing. We got Devilish, a King of Old, and Lando. So very cool fight, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Very exciting. Very action-packed. I love these siege battles. They're so much fun. If you guys enjoyed, of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate your support, guys, and God bless.